on,
yes,
player.
sir. Hey, yes,
Come on,
sir. Hey, yes,
Come on,
sir.
player.
Hey, yes, sir.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yes, sir.
What you gonna do about it?
Yes, sir.
What you gonna do about it?
Yes, sir.
You keep saying yes, sir. What you gonna do about it?
I ain't want to rap
Why not?
because they got to pay me. They got to pay me. These bars got bars.
How much per bar, guy?
Man, I need 20K or better, baby.
Man, I'm finna turn the
I
music
need
off, man.
20K or better,
Hey, man,
baby.
somebody need 20K or better. I gotta turn the music off on him, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Quay, what you got for me today, man?
I feel good, man.
You feel good?
I feel good. I feel real good.
Man, ask me how I feel.
How you feel, bro?
I feel agile, hostile, highly motivated. A little too crunk. Take it down a notch.
Nah, man, you good.
Oh, my bad, brother.
You good.
I'm
You
sorry.
got the football jersey on.
Oh, yeah, man. Y'all see my jersey? Yeah.
What
yeah.
that for?
Oh, man, I wanted to show Coach I still got it.
You know what I still got?
What?
Welcome back
Yes, sir.
to the Unbreakable Glass Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We in this thing, man. This is a practical podcast where we discuss ways to build, connect, and strengthen any form of relationship to an unbreakable state, y'all.
Yeah, and I'm your boy Rico Glass. You know me. I like to keep it real because life is too short to do anything else.
You know, I'm the Quavo, man. You know, I'm your dash of humor. You do a little bit of humor, you know, daily. Holla at your boy. I got your daily dose now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
And man, together we gonna bring them jokes. We gonna bring the truth, but it's all non-filter, just fun and facts.
Yeah, man. Y'all get ready for good conversation,
Yes, sir.
real talk, a few laughs along the way. And Rico,
Let's dive right in. Today, folks, we got a show for y'all today.
yes, sir.
We got a show for y'all today. All right, so a lot of y'all have heard about Starford High football.
About who?
Starford High football.
Yeah,
And their new
you from around here.
head coach. You know,
Everybody around here say Starford.
Starford High football.
Yeah, when I
And their
first
new head
came, it
coach.
was Starkville.
Yeah.
As the years have gone on, and I've been here a while.
What'd you say?
Starford.
Starford.
Yeah.
You gotta say it like that. Starford.
For sure.
Starford High football. So we're not even gonna play with it any longer, man. We're gonna dive right into this, man. Feel free to post your comments. Before we get started, go ahead and share this thing, man. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube, man, Facebook. Without further ado, man, let's bring to the camera
Do it.
Coach Carr. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Y'all give him a round of applause, folks. Y'all give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Cole. Look at them guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them guys. Huh?
And look, and we also got over here in the corner, man. You got Kingston, man.
Yeah.
Hey, wave your hands up there, Kingston. Got
Yeah.
Kylan.
What's up, guy?
Tylen.
Tylen.
Braylon. Kason.
What's up, guy?
Got them all here at the studio, man.
You see them guys, man. The guys,
Yeah,
they
man.
look serious and
Yeah.
everything. Now, they were just laughing, y'all.
Yeah. But
You know, the
hey,
camera come on, they all serious.
cause it ain't no game, man. There ain't no game in here, Quay.
What?
I'm talking about this heat.
Hey, look at Tro. Look at Tro already.
What trolling said?
Already. Look, y'all look at the screen.
Oh, you ready?
Look
Look what
at
Tro
Tro
said.
already. Look. Hey, look at their faces.
Yeah.
Finna put 50 on y'all. This.
Wait a minute, not yet. We gonna get to it.
All right.
Ooh.
Jeez, let me take my glasses off. This humidity is making me fog up.
This is good stuff, man. But big focus for tonight, though. We do have Coach John Carr in the building.
Yeah.
New head football coach at Starkville High. So, Coach, real quick, just tell us who you are. You shout your family out, and tell us your journey from. How did you get to Starkville? Your past history of coaching, where you're from, just all that good stuff. Coach, tell us about it.
Well, I grew up, my father played in the National Football League for 10 years, and we bounced around, and so I was always in a home where football and athletics and everything was really emphasized, and I know what he thought of coaches, and the people that used to come to our house or the phone calls he had was coaches, and so as I got into 7th, 8th grade, began playing football, I saw the impact of coaches on his life, and then as I started playing, I saw the impact of coaches on my life, and I knew from the get-go that I wanted to coach, and I knew that this was the path that I wanted to follow, and so when he retired and we started moving around a little bit. I played at Louisiana Tech, finished up there, got my degree in education, started off in high school coaching, and did that for about 6 seasons. Then I got a head football job and started coaching at Ouachita High School as a head coach. And then from that point on, I got an opportunity with Todd Monken at Southern Miss, and that began my college career. And then I went to Louisiana Monroe, and about that time is when I really started recruiting the state of Mississippi.
Okay.
I recruited all the junior colleges, all the high schools around those 14 circles, and really started developing some relationships among those coaches. And then I went to Troy, same thing, kept recruiting Mississippi, and everywhere I went in high schools I went to, Starkville was one of my schools.
Okay.
And so I knew Coach Jones. I knew all the history of Starkville. I signed Jalen Ware, Bo Peep, out of Hines when he was there, and so I knew all about the traditions and history of that place. And in my mind, I knew if I ever got back in high school coaching, that there's only a handful of places where the expectations, the athletes, the tradition, and all those things in a community that loves football, and as a competitor and as a coach, you want to be at places where that's what the expectations are. Yeah. And so we're tickled to death to be here. It's me and my wife now. My oldest daughter married a football coach. She's married to the quarterback coach there at Coastal Carolina. Okay. And then my youngest daughter is a senior at University of Alabama. She just got engaged. And so they bounce around from school to school and move from state all the way from Louisiana to Mississippi to Alabama. And I don't think they would have ever looked back and changed the career path that they went on and met husbands and future husband. They just got engaged last week. So all those things has taken us on a great journey, and football's been the vehicle for it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So Coach, what was the biggest deciding factor to come to Starkville?
Well, when I got out of the NIL and all those things happened when I was at Troy and Monroe and Southern Miss. It all started kind of going that way, and it got to a point where you felt like you were recruiting guys, you were developing them, and then they would move on, and you never developed that 4-year bond that you had with someone, and it was just changing so fast and rapidly, and I just fell out of love with that part of the game. I love the game of football. I'm competitive as anybody, but it's at the same time, I love relationships. I love developing relationships. I love the bond I've got with these guys, and I wanted to make sure that if I had an opportunity to do it, I wanted to do it at a place like Starkville. And so last year I was at Clinton, and I was the head coach there, and that was my first year back in high school in about 10 years. And so there had been a lot of things that changed over that course of time, and the heat bulb being one of them. I was unfamiliar back then. You guys know that. You just practiced. You just drank a lot of water and you practiced. I mean, that was just Coach May gave you a little bit of water if you was good,
and it was hot,
right? So there was no such thing as a heat bulb. So anyway, had to get used to that and all that. But at Clinton last year, it was a fun time. They were good to me, but at the same time, I knew Jay Hobson. He and I recruited against each other and played against each other. And when he was the head coach at Southern Miss and I was at Troy, and our paths had crossed many, many times. And so when this job came open, I knew that there was a lot of people that had expressed interest in the job, and it kind of bounced around. And when he called, like I said, it was one of those things as discussions got into it. My competitive juices got going because I knew we had just played them, and I knew what kind of team they had. I knew what kind of team they had coming up. But again, I knew the traditions and the history and expectations. I knew all those things. And as a coach, I want to be somewhere where the community thrives on it, loves it, players love it, and so that's really what made it an easy choice for me.
Good deal. So I'm gonna shift from Coach. We'll be back. All right. Get ready, glass. But I want to hear from the players. Real quick.
Yeah.
From the players, real quick. So coming into this new season, you got a new coach coming in. All right. What's the thought process like? All right, I got a new coach coming. What is it gonna be like? So what was you thinking? Before that first day of practice, or before y'all even met it?
I was just like, I just wanted to know how it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I ain't really had no thoughts on it,
Yeah. Just go out and ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just be you.
Yeah, to be me.
Okay. What's up, Case?
I was thinking we've been on Coach Jones, his scheme. So we were like 7th grade, so I ain't know how it gonna be. Like a bit change, different, be the same, but it ended up being something different. We had to adjust to it.
So how hard is it? And this is what all of y'all want to ask. How hard is it from moving from one scheme to another scheme to a whole different set?
I mean, I can't speak on the offensive side, like
Yeah.
from my experience, but like defensive wise, it's different, but at the same time, it was easy to adjust to.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Anybody else, man? You know,
Well, you know me, I transferred in from Louisiana.
I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Now we got the Louisiana boys in here now. I don't know why y'all bring no crawfish, no gumbo jambalaya. No, I'm just tripping. But
At the school I was at, we had 2 coaches in 2 years. So for me, adjusting to a new system wasn't fairly new because I had done it 2 years in a row. So I just came in with that same mindset to just mesh with the coach, figure out what he was trying to do, and just kind of go from there. So it wasn't an extremely hard transition for me, but getting other guys into the system like that too, like making sure they know what they're doing and they're learning it like I am, was a big part of it.
So, Kingsley, I gotta ask you, what was that transition like from Louisiana, and you find out like, man, I'm going to Mississippi, like, you know, what you think, like, man, you know, what was that thought process like?
I didn't really know what to expect, honestly. I was born here, but raised in Louisiana, so I wasn't really familiar with like Mississippi like that. My people lived up here for a good bit, but nothing that I can remember. So it was pretty unexpected. I just kind of went with the flow and just kind of figured it out as I went. But it's been good to me so far, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's a good deal. Good deal. Okay. Rico, what up, man?
Oh man, I'm just waiting on my moment.
You over here like a proud
Yeah, man.
Just
I'm here waiting on because man, a lot of these boys, I grew up, man. Hey, seeing them maturing to some young men, man, it mean a lot to me, man.
yeah, that's real good. Like,
I told you how Tyler was when I first met him.
like your eyes watering.
Yeah,
You about to
man.
cry a little bit.
Seen Tyler. Hey, Tyler, how you doing? Hey.
Hey, what he sound like? What he?
Hey. Tyler gonna be alright, man.
Nobody sound like that.
Then when I seen him get that return one time, take it back. Wow, hey, go Tyler.
You was proud.
I'm proud of him. Boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
proud
man.
of
Stay tuned for this year.
Hey, I will be tuned in, man. So while we on it, man. So what's y'all positions, man?
Quarterback.
All right,
Quarterback.
Defensive back.
defensive back.
Linebacker,
All right, I vibe with you.
wide out,
All right,
running back, and slot.
I was about to say everywhere.
He cool with too. No, right.
Man, y'all
Slide.
might not believe this, Quay. I don't think I ever told you.
Oh, here come the story. Why did?
Bro, I was the number 2 get back in the state of Mississippi in my days.
What's a get back?
I was like, Coach, I got him. He was like, well, you ain't getting in, get back.
Man, all right,
Get
man.
back. Get back.
Let me find something to play, man.
Yeah. I was
me
number
find-
2 in that, bro. I'm proud of that. Come on,
All
man.
right,
I
man.
ain't
What you got, man?
But no, man, going back into coach, man. You ready to switch gears back to
Yeah,
coach,
man. Let's do that.
So I kind of want to go into your game planning, right? You know what I mean? One of the keys to being successful in football is game planning, right? Studying your opponents and different. How do you kind of prepare for your different opponents?
Well, I got an offensive background, and so before I get into that part of it, defensively, I know Kaysen was talking about it, and Kylan, that we brought in Jamario Winters as our defensive coordinator, and Jamario won a state championship last year as the DC at Choctaw County, and so he was one even in the recruiting circles that I was.
Choctaw County, man. Yeah, that's where I'm from. My bad. Yeah, I'm from Choctaw County.
Yeah, well, we got him this week. We
Yeah.
got him here Friday. But anyway, Jamario was one that I had heard a lot about, even in the recruiting circles. A young guy that really had a good head on his shoulders, great football mind, a lot of energy. Schematically was a good football coach. And when we talked to him about the job, and as we got into deeper discussions, it became real relevant, and that he was the guy that was going to take that side of the football, and one that you trust, so we did that. And so my main focus was I wanted to make sure defensively we were we were in a good spot, and Carlton Brown coaches a secondary and does a great job. Wade Henderson, and then Jawan Johnson, former Starkville Yellow Jacket, is coaching our defensive line, and so feel real good about that side of the ball. And then offensively, I love tempo. I'm a tempo guy.
Okay, I like where you're going, Coach.
Yeah, we like to play fast. The wideouts run a lot. Now,
Coach, that's exactly what they said. So when these guys before you got here, I was like, how is it playing for Coach Carr? They said fast. Real fast. That's all they said, fast.
Hey, that means you got to be in great shape.
Yeah. So anyway, we've been working for that, all summer long. But like I told the guys, there's so much difference between having to run with that helmet, shoulder pads on, and all that than it is just conditioning, And so we tried to, our strength coach is Tom Campbell. We hired Tom, and Tom's done an outstanding job. He's got his sports performance place here, and he's another one that I heard a lot about. And the things that he's done as far as taking care of A.J. Brown, as far as taking care of Willie Gay, as far as taking care of a lot of the guys that's come through here and played. A lot of those NFL guys come back. He trains them, and again, they pay him to take care of their bodies, and so he's taking care of our guys, making sure soft tissue injuries, pulls, hamstring, all those kind of things, because we do, skill guy wise, we do a lot of running, and so. But we're going to play up speed. We're going to play tempo. We're going to try to play as fast as we can. And when it comes to game planning, very seldom do we just call a play. And it's the old days of just like right 34 or 36 dive or whatever. Those days are kind of, moved on. You got opportunities you call a play, and quarterback's got to get us in the right play or the right look. And it may be two or three things that are inside that play that can determine where the ball goes. And so, Kingston and Jacory Ruffin have both been doing a great job at quarterback and getting us in the right things. And, of course, Braylon and Tylen are big factors in that. And sometimes as wideout, you're running all those routes. And sometimes the ball finds you, sometimes it doesn't.
Right,
But there's not a designated thing a lot of times of where that ball goes. And so the quarterback's just got to look for numbers and space and get the ball to those guys. But we've got some really, really talented guys that play wide out, that play running back, that play tight end in Phillip Swan. And so we've got to find ways to disperse the ball evenly and find ways to get them in space, because we've got some guys that can make some special things happen.
Right, indeed. So with that being said, how much wiggle room do you give Kingston? Like, say if he get out there and he sees something, like say he read the defense, you give him the option like, hey, you can opt him out of this and this and that. You give him pretty good options.
He's got some options.
Yeah.
He pulled one the other day where he saw something and he got Torian Knox to do something out of the ordinary, and it was a big play for us. But it was one of those where you clap because it worked, but also at the same time, hey, we can't do that.
You better not screw this up.
It better work. It better work. But no, he's like I said, he's settled in, learned the offense, and the same thing with those guys. And Tylen's one that can run really well and has got explosive opportunities with him in the kicking game as well as being a wide out. Braylon, we're going to have all over the place. We're going to have him in the slot. We're going to have him in running back. We're going to motion him out of the backfield. We're going to do a lot of things with him as well because he's very versatile. So with the guys in this room, especially these three on offense and then these two defensive leaders that what I would call are alpha males that are going to be spearheading our defense. But I'm very excited about this group we got.
Man, it's good. So you kind of went into it, because one of the biggest things you talk about is like, player safety and stuff. And I heard you talk about the soft tissue tears. Different. That's actually very unique. I'm just being honest. Old school, we didn't get none of that, man. Hey, tough cookie, keep going.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
Is he bleed? He
What? I've played a whole football game with a bruised sternum and broke fingers. Then when the practice next day, then finally went to the doctor.
Frankenstein.
They just told me that. So when it comes to like strength and condition, I heard you mention that when it comes to conditioning, it's more than just running free, right? Putting a helmet on, cause that kind of mess with the breathing aspect, the weight of the pads when you get tired and this and that. So do you have like a tailored way? Do you do it according to a linebacker, according to a wide receiver, according to your quarterbacks, according to your running back? Do you tailor that condition any type of way?
We do. We did this summer. Defensive guys and offensive guys. We did what we called what was Coach Campbell's term, running patterns.
Yeah.
And really what, instead of just running, just in the old days, you remember you used to just get out there and run hundreds.
Sprints.
Or sprints and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sprint, run to run.
Snakes, all that.
And I hated that. I mean, who likes to run to run?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just running. But what we would do would tailor our conditioning where the receivers are running routes without the ball, linebackers getting their drops, having to go anticipate, making a cut, put their foot in the ground, go make a play on a wide out, DB backpedaling, accelerating, and so you were doing very sudden starts and stops. Football's not every play's not a 40-yard play. It's stopping, putting your foot in the ground, redirect, and then at the same time, eventually you got to make contact. You get knocked down. You got to get back up. You got to breathe. You got to, there's a lot of components other than just getting out there and running. So I thought our conditioning with the patterns and being more specific to the position you play, D-line, they would act like they were rushing 5 yards, redirect, go chase the ball. Quarterback, doing a lot of sprint outs, drops, get rushed, get out of the pocket. So all those kind of things, and we would tailor it with trying to put a 10-play pattern together that would represent a 10-play drive with about 20 seconds rest in between each one to simulate a game as much as you can. And so that's kind of the cutting edge of things to do to try to get into what you call football shape.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, you sound like you know what you're doing.
You know what he's talking about, man.
I'm telling you, man.
So watch this, man. I'm gonna flip it to the players real quick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep this thing, a little spicy here, Rico.
Come on with it.
So first question, it's kind of a 2-part question, but I'm gonna ask it all in one, right? All right. So Kingston is transferring in from Louisiana, right, guys? So when he came in the locker room, I know y'all had to have a conversation.
Hey, Clay trying to get something started, man.
Hey, no, why did? Hey, look, bro. All right, this team, when we play them or whatever, when we got this, we travel here or they coming to us this year, hey, we got to be on it. So, what game y'all got circled on the schedule this year?
Louisville.
Ooh,
wait a minute. Oh, hey, look, somebody already said West Point.
They already say West Point, September 5th.
Gonna be the field first day of the year. Ooh.
So we got Big Louis. Somebody say West Point.
West Point.
All right, okay. They had to know. So Kingston back there like, okay.
Yeah,
First game.
Hey, man, it Rio.
So
right here. You real boy.
All right, so Jeff Akins, if you watch it, man, I remember your question from earlier today. So Coach, he wanted me to ask this specific question. Shout out, Jeff. He was like, please ask Coach, does he really know what football means here in the GTA? Ooh. Does he know about the Starkville, the Louisville, the West Points, the Knoxabees, all of it? He wanted to know, do you really understand the tradition here in the GTA, especially at Starkville?
Jeff, I do. And I understand that's why I'm here. I mean, like I said, if you're a competitor and you want to play the best around and you want to play a tough schedule and you want to do it week in and week out, then you coach at Starkville High School.
Come on.
And that's not something you run from. That's something that we run to. And I've told our players we're going to embrace that. We're going to embrace the schedule. I love the opportunity to know week in, week out you get measured by the games they just mentioned, not even to mention our region games.
Right. And
so, but I can't think of anything that gets me more excited as a coach and a competitor, than knowing each week you better play your best and you better prepare your best. And these guys, I know they're excited about each opponent, but I'm more concerned about the Starkville Yellow Jackets and how to win. There's more ways to lose games than there are to win them.
Oh, that's good.
And so we got to find ways to not have turnovers, pre-snap penalties, find ways to score in the red zone, create explosive plays, get first downs, move the chains, end each possession with a kick, don't turn the ball over. All those things, good football still wins. Good football wins. And so those are the things. You do all those things, everything else will take care of itself. So let's don't get so caught up a lot of times in who the opponent is when really the opponent is us. Because if we play the way we're supposed to play and we execute the way that we've done at times, now, not saying every practice we've had has been perfect. We've been choppy. We had to put we'll string together a couple of days and then we'll have some plays where we bust. Right, guys? Or we won't do something just perfect. But at the same time, when we do things really well, it looks like what you want it to look like.
Yeah.
I mean, the plays look like what you want them to look like. And so, again, each day what we're trying to do is stack days, man. Just keep stacking days. And these guys have put in a lot of work, a lot of hard work, and it's good to see the hunger in their eyes each day when they come into practice of what's in store. And again, they're very familiar with what's going on before them. You know, we did a great, and maybe we'll talk about it later, but we've done a lot of changes in the field house. We put a field house wrap up, and we've really paid homage to the guys that played before us and the teams before us, the 50s, 60s, 70s, and NFL Wall. Coaches has won state championships. So these guys see it every day. When they walk in that facility, they know, how many they know 7 state championships, and we just put that up there on the board this week, 7 state championships. Well, everything up there is wrapped into the cement except that number 7. And our goal is to try to get to 8, but again, just trust just keep pounding the rock and try to get better each day.
Yes,
and I'm proud of the way that these guys have responded.
Man, that's awesome.
That's good stuff. So Coach, let me ask you, and I'm going to bounce around here. I got some different questions. What is it when you go home and lay your head down at night? What is it that you want to accomplish for that day?
Well, the first thing I want to do is I've always said from day one as a coach, love and coach hard.
Come on.
Love these kids and then coach them hard, because again, until they know, and it's in everybody's profession. It's not just football or sports. Right. I mean, everybody wants to know when someone, whatever business it is, your boss, coworkers, whatever, when they know that you have a genuine interest in them and helping them succeed, then you're going to get their best effort and their best output. So when I first got the job, I had a little 5-minute meeting with each player. And it took a long time to go through 90 guys, over the course of several weeks to come in and try to learn as much about them as I could, and tell them that, look, I know this, you guys didn't choose me. I get it. Coach Jones left and they hired a guy, you don't know him. And all I said was just give me a chance. Let me get in here and let's learn each other. Let's develop a relationship. I think at the end of the day, you guys are going to see I genuinely care about you. I want what's best for you, not only just football field, but everything that we do. I want to help you create the best version of you, and that's in everything that we do. And then over time, that relationship develops into trust. And then once you trust each other, then you can coach them hard, and then they understand that you're not just doing it out of spite or anything else. You're actually trying to make them succeed. And we got so many guys that that want to continue playing college football and to be successful in life. And football is one of the last little things, man, that you can. Men can be men, and you can coach them hard, and you can develop lifelong skills that's going to go beyond to football, and not quitting, and to hang in there, and to do something for a football team, and all those things, that the lessons that we're trying to teach, and attitude and energy and body language and toughness and finish, all those things that we're trying to teach is just good stuff.
They talking noise in the comments. Coach, let me just say this. I got to say this. You had a football parent meeting over there at the Greensboro Center, so no one knew you, and you came out and look. First of all, please tell them get a new mic system.
What happened with the mic, Quay?
Man, he had to talk like without it.
So like
he sounded better without the mic.
Charlie Brown.
Man, listen, it was horrible. But Coach, you said something. I want to get into this. You kind of hit on it a little bit. Is what you're teaching and developing away from the field. And I would particularly remember you said something in that meeting. You was like, hey guys, be gentlemen, be men. You see a young lady approaching the door, open the door for her. Little soft skills like that.
That's good.
So is that something you pride yourself with developing in these young men, away from the field? And what are some of the other methodologies that you use off the field as well?
Exactly. And that's why, again, when I told you that I wanted to go back into high school, it was this age group you feel like that you can make the most difference in. When you're in college,
Gotcha.
A lot of the guys there have kind of already made up who they are. I mean, that, you can change some things, but behaviors or whatever, but they kind of are who they are. And at this age here, you've got an opportunity to know that there's a lot of different young men that come from a lot of backgrounds. Some with 2-parent homes, some not, some one, and some just haven't been told they think they know, but they don't know. And so I don't ever want to assume anything. I'm always going to go above and beyond trying to make sure, whether it's real world issues that we talk about as a football team, whether it's manners, whether it's how to treat people, whether it's how to treat teammates, all those kind of things that we're going to continue to do to help develop young men. And football's just a byproduct of it. Now, again, I know how important it is. Believe me, I get it. And I was hired here to do that and to win, and we are. But at the same time, I think you miss the point when you don't do that, and that's the same in college football, pro football. You know, I went to a NFL camp and watched Todd Monken and practice, and the head coach got up there and had to remind guys to throw towels in the bin. You know, you're talking about NFL players that are throwing towels on the floor and making the custodian pick it up and throw it in and he had to remind them. So that's going to happen at that level as well. So coaching is always mentoring, helping guys create the best version of them, and that's what excites me about this profession.
I'm with it.
Good deal, man.
I'm with it.
So guys, any funny stories, you know what I'm saying, so far about Coach?
Hey, Tyler, like he got one. Look at him. What he do, Tyler? What he do? I can tell you like you got one.
It just be funny, like, we'll be in the locker room before practice, and Coach Campbell coming there clapping, talking about everybody get turned. Coach Carr coming there all turned up, man, we just be laughing.
Hey,
What did we listen to, man?
wait.
Stone Cold.
So they'll play the Stone Cold window glass breaking music when I'm.
Oh, Coach, y'all
So anyway, I try to have fun with it. But again, about this profession, I mean, this is what I love about it is it keeps you young. You know, I can't imagine if I had to go to work every day and put a coat and tie on or go sit and talk to a bunch of adults all the time. Or, you know, these guys keep me young and keep me up to date on whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whether it's I messed with them the other day as far as our breakdown when we come together. You know, I said I don't care if we spell out jackets or jumping, and they looked at me like I was slap crazy, you know. And then Kaysen figured out a little deal, you know. And I said, hey, y'all figure it out, y'all like it, then that's what we'll do, you know.
What was it, man?
I ain't come up with it. Coach Tom did. He told me to do it.
Well, he's the leader of it. He leads it. He leads it.
How I go? Okay, why did? He don't want to do it. Why do it?
How it go, Kaysen? How it go?
Hey, you can always say you got to be at the Oak Grove game and be early for pregame, and you'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
It
Trevino.
seems like I need to get back out there.
All right, and this is a Louisville guy right there. So welcome to an area of winning, Coach. I trust that you will have Starville heading in the right direction. That's what's up, Vino. What you finna say, Rico?
No, man. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I forgot. I was in the moment.
Okay. So at this moment right now, you know, players, y'all want to shout out somebody? I seen, I think it was one of your teammates. Who was that? Was his name Drew?
Yeah, Drew.
Drew was on there. Who else y'all want to shout out right now, man? Who may be watching?
That boy, Lil DJ.
DJ Brownlee.
Hold on.
DJ Brownlee.
Little DJ Brownlee.
Little DJ Brownlee. Who else, man? Who else y'all want to shout out right now, man?
Jaden Yarbrough.
Y'all, bro. All right. Who else, man? Who y'all got?
You got Davis Harrison,
Shout out to O-line, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Kylan Sherrod.
Kenny Morgan, LaDan.
I want to shout out Coach G.
All right.
Watch out, Coach.
Can't forget about Kemp now, you know him.
Y'all shout out Coach Kemp. Coach Brown.
Man, why y'all ain't shot Jeremiah out, man?
Oh, man, shout out
Hey, y'all
Jeremiah.
wild, bro. Y'all wild, man. Y'all wild for that, bro.
But Jeremiah got 2 clipboards out there. You better watch yourself, Coach. Yes, sir, man.
I thought he was going to be out there, Coach, for a minute.
Man,
I'm weak, bro.
y'all cutting up. I'm being good.
I wasn't expecting that one, man. I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, Coach, so I'm going to move to a different little area right here. Talk to the parents right now, man. How can the parents support Jacket football, support you and these guys in Jacket football? What the parents need to do?
Well, we've had a great relationship with, we've had a couple of the parent meetings. I've gone down to the junior high and met with the 7th grade parents, the 8th grade parents, the varsity parents, and they've been supportive. They really have. They've our booster club's at an all-time high as far as parents joining our booster club to help provide the things to make sure that these guys get everything they need from meals to gear to to whatever we got to need to be successful. But our parents, the biggest thing is when they get home, support them. Realize every day is not always going to be a great day. You're going to come home and have a bad practice here or there, but never overreact. Just take you a breath and let it calm down. And like I said, most of the guys, by the time they get in the locker room, they cool off and tempers can get flared at times and those kind of things. But at the same time, don't overreact. Don't do anything that be positive at home as much as you can, and realize that's part of life. There's going to be ups and downs and disappointments, but like I said, I've had nothing but great experiences with our parents so far, and a lot of support.
That's good stuff, man. There's some people showing out in the comments, man.
Yeah, look, guy from Louisville said, "Tell Coach." I'm gonna say it like he said. When Louisville comes into town, my nacho cheese better not be cold.
I don't think Cole got nothing to do with the cheese.
The whole concession stand.
I don't think he got nothing to do with the cheese being cold, man.
Hey, Kings, they want to know why you back there being quiet, man. Wait a minute, it's something we missing.
I'm just waiting for man.
Who is Ty Brooks?
Ty Brooks said Chili trying to allure for him.
What that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I'm a whole. I don't know.
Okay, that might have been. That's the generation gap.
Yeah.
We don't know what that means.
Hey, I don't know, man. I have no clue. What else you got over there, Rico?
Oh man, you kind of hitting on it, man. I like where you went into, like, start talking about the players and the parents, and when it comes to football, because football is the thing that bring these young men together. As a matter of fact, football in some cases have saved some young men's lives. So I guess the question I have for you when it comes to, and you sound like a coach who's more than just football. So do you have like a relationship with like the teachers, the counselors, that may kind of find a way to help those that may be struggling academically when it comes to their success, not just in football, but in their success in life? Do you kind of create a bond there to try to, push these young men forward?
Absolutely, and I got to give a shout out to Dr. Harris, our principal. When I first got the job, he said, "Coach, would you come to the first faculty meeting and want to introduce you to the faculty?" And I said, "Well, Doc, if you got a few minutes, I don't know how long it would take, but I'd love to go down the hallway and meet each one of them individually." And so he took me around, and we met each teacher, and of course the thing that you can see right off the bat is they were. When football gets mentioned at Starkville High School, and then the relationships that they have with our players, and we had a teacher that come in a while ago just to pop in and say hello to guys that she taught, and so, but our teachers, I get daily emails, and not just bad ones. I mean, I'm talking about good emails that Coach, you're. So-and-so was sitting in the front of the class and yes ma'am and no ma'am and doing their homework. And so all those kind of things, anytime you build a relationship with the staff and the faculty, just like I told about earlier, they're gonna be more patient and know they can come to you.
Yeah.
And then we've, some coaches, I mentioned the ones that we hired. I brought Tyler Peterson in. He used to be the head coach at Brandon. He was with me at Clinton. He kind of thinks like he knows how I think, and to help offensively and be our offensive coordinator and help me with meetings and film and doing the things sometimes if I get pulled off. And then and at the same time, Vaughn Smith. Vaughn was from Maben and was the head coach there at Ethel. So he's got some head coaching backgrounds, and they're in the school building as well. And so when you have a good staff and guys that's been here like Willie Gillespie and Coach Kemp and all those guys that know teachers already, know parents, kin to people in Starkville, and so when you got a great mix of young and old, some veteran guys, some young guys that's got some juice, and you put it all together, and you're looking for the right combination of making the ingredients to what they need to be for these guys to be successful in everything that we do.
Gotcha. So I want to stay right there for a minute because you mentioned, not all emails are bad. So I do want to pick your brain just a little bit. So how do you handle those bad emails or the constructive criticism that may come about? Because ideally everyone's not going to agree with what you do. Everyone's not going to agree with your methodology and things of that nature. So how do you kind of channel that, redirect it, or even, I guess, just completely dismiss it? How do you handle that?
Well, it hasn't happened here, but at other places I've had, everything that I try to do, I look at the total group. I look at these guys as my 80 sons.
Okay.
And you got to look at it as what's best for the team. And we've had some episodes where, I've got to really look hard at what we're asking them to do, and you look at one young man and go, hey, he's not doing it the way that the other guys are doing it. I can't look these other guys in the eye that are doing it the right way and doing everything they've asked us to do, and kind of turn the other cheek to one guy. I can't do that. I can't. It's not fair to them who's doing it the right way. And so we've had some tough decisions to make, and I've had some good conversations with these guys about other situations that's come about. And so I'm always going to be honest and upfront with the guys. I'm gonna say it like it is. I'm not one that likes to beat around the bush. I like to come out and say things. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and if you ask, get ready for the answer. Because it may be not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna shoot you straight, and I'm not gonna be wishy washy, and I'm gonna tell you. What's the old saying? How the cow eats the cabbage. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is.
Watch out,
So be careful what you ask, because I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. So that may be a Louisiana saying.
How the cow eats the cabbage.
You heard what he said.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, it's been great here. But other places, the big thing is I look for the overall benefit of our whole football team.
Yeah.
And every decision I make is in the best interest of what I feel like our football team is.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So with that being said, how do you pick your leaders for your football team?
Well, a lot of times they pick themselves. If you just sit back and watch, you can and you pay attention. And I did that when I first got here. I'd get in the weight room and just watch them. I'd watch them, in the locker room interact. I'd kind of watch who gravitates to who. It doesn't take long for you to figure out kind of, who's kind of the head guy in the locker room, and who the alpha is, and who do they respond the best to, and who comes in and works, and they got respect for the way he works, even though he may not be the most vocal.
Yeah.
But they respect. And so a lot of times, if you'll just watch, the leadership it'll emerge on its own, and then that's when you call that guy in and say, hey, look here, I'm watching how other ones respond to you. You may not see it, but I'm telling you, I'm watching it from afar, and you've got a God-given talent of being able to lead, and you need to take advantage of that. And because I'm watching it firsthand, and these five guys are exact examples of that, because every one of them leads in their own way. Some are more vocal than others. Some just put their head down and work. And a lot of it's about the actions that they do. So everybody's got different leadership styles.
Yeah.
But this senior group and these four with a junior that are leading our team the right way, I tip my cap to them, because football's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard, and it ain't easy. We ask them to do a lot of things. This ain't. And I'm not saying basketball's easy, but that climate, it's going to be 70 degrees and a lot of times, and you don't have to worry about rain. Things are going to be consistent. Football's one of those things where it can be hot and hot, cold, rainy. It could be windy. It could be, there's a lot of things that you got to put up with, and then nothing like getting knocked down, having to get back up, and helmet turned sideways, and it's 48 minutes of raw emotion, and a lot of times it just depends on who can keep their head moving forward and not getting too high or too low, and we're looking for the leadership out of these guys to help us do that.
Oh man, it's good. So are you a weight room coach? Like, are you put real strong emphasis in the weight room?
Well, I do. The first thing that, like I said, one of the first hires I had when I got here was to hire Tom. I wanted to hire a full-time strength coach, and I saw the benefits of that in college. And, a lot of times a high school say they'll just get whatever coach loves the weight room and says, okay, hey, you're the strength guy. And I mean, he ain't got no training in the weight room. I mean, he just tells you, hey, go put 3 sets of 10 on and
call it a day.
Or just squat till your legs fall off or whatever. But he's in there and he's hollering and he's doing all that. Well, I'd go around recruit, and I would go to different high schools, and you could see the ones that were doing it that way, and then you'd go to some states and you realize they're turning the corner. They're hiring strength coaches. They're doing this, and then at the collegiate level, you're sitting there every day, going in there watching a strength coach who's trained in that, working guys out. I mean, you wouldn't want to go call. You're not calling somebody that's mows the yard to come work on your plumbing. You know? I mean, you're going to get someone who's trained in that profession. And so, but the easy thing to do is just find a coach that likes the weight room and let him be the strength coach. But I wanted to get someone in here that knew strength and training and conditioning and how to take care of the body. And so we did that with Tom, and you can already see the benefits of it. So to answer your question, am I a weight room guy? No.
But,
as you can see, but I do know the importance of it, and I do know how instrumental it is in playing a role into these guys and making sure that we can last the season, that we can be in shape when we need to be, and endure a long tough schedule.
Gotcha. So, hey fellas, who the strongest guy in the weight room, man?
Me.
What that bench looking like?
Look at everybody roll their eyes. Like,
what that bench looking like? 175.
No.
Oh.
Like 235.
Oh.
I'm stronger than you.
Casey looking all up here at the wall.
Casey the linebacker, so I know he was a little higher than that. What they look like?
Last time I matched out on bench, it was 285.
285. Okay.
No, 225.
225.
I'm about 200.
Gotcha.
But it's fun. I tell you what I do enjoy in the weight room a lot of times when we're in there together. Kylan and Tylen, they're right there on the same rack. If not, they're right next to each other, and they push one another pretty good and call each other out.
Yeah, because on the opposite side of the ball too. So y'all go hit it pretty hard.
Yeah,
they go
every
out,
single practice.
Maybe a little bit too hard at times. They get after each other pretty good. And but no, it's all fun. But anyway, we did have. Colin did have a couple of good days at practice on Tylen. Well, then Tylen does run by him, catches a ball, and then I think may have said a few things that got a little personal, But it's I love the competitive. I love it. And again, as a coach, I love the competitives. I do. But at the same time, you're wasting time in practice. We got to go to the next round.
Yeah.
And but no, I tell you, I love the way our guys have been practicing the competitiveness of it. And but you can tell it's at the end of the point to we're kind of ready to play somebody else.
That's good.
That's good stuff, man. I love that y'all can compete. Leave it out there on the field, man, and get out the field and be cool, man. I love that. So Coach, two questions. One is my question. One question another parent did ask me to ask you. So mine is, how do you measure success? What does success look like to you for a football program?
Well, doing things right, number one, and holding players accountable, holding ourselves accountable. And I always say this: if you'll do those kind of things, and you have the right attitude and energy and body language and toughness and finish, and you practice the right way, treat everybody the right way, you have the accountability and the discipline, the wins and all, they'll fall where they're supposed to. They will. They just will. And but at the same time, if you don't trust one another, if you don't have respect for one another, if you don't, just like I told them, the guys, y'all are getting in here now and you get off the practice field and you're hot and tired, but that's the things you're going to remember. You're going to remember those hot, tired practices, how you didn't want to do it, and how boy, I can't believe it. But nobody ever looks back and goes, man, I wish I wouldn't have played.
Yeah, right.
There's so many more regrets of guys that and I've had it in my career where they look back and go, Coach, you were so right. I shouldn't have quit. I shouldn't have left. But I have never had one in 29 years come back and go, you know what, that was the biggest mistake I made was playing football. Not a one. But I've had hundreds just say that, Coach, I should have never quit. I never should have done that. So measuring success, I know what I get judged by as a football coach. There's 365 days a year and only 10 of them matter.
Yeah.
Nobody sees the other 355.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sees what these guys do in the off season, all that. You're measured by 10 Friday nights. And I get that. I chose this. I mean, that's the profession it's in. But for these guys, it's not their job to be thinking about that. I don't want them thinking about that. I want them thinking about the process. I want them thinking about how to get better every day, stacking practices, stacking days, getting better each day. And don't worry about the results. Just practice and play and do what you're trained to do. And then at the end of the day, we look up the scoreboard, and if we've done enough things right, then we'll be on the right side of
That's
it.
good.
But you look back and if you look back and you lose a game, like I said, you'll look back and there'll be a lot of reasons why.
That's
And
good.
it's about not executing. So let's don't judge it by just that. Judge me by that.
Yeah.
But as far as these guys go, it's going to be about how do they go to work every day.
That's good, Coach. The question from the parent was, what is you and your coaching staff doing to get these guys prepared for the next level, or to get them to the next level?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, I've been there, and so you're talking about a coach that, I've been a receiver coach, I've been a director of football operations, I've been a coordinator, I've handled special team. I've done 11 years at the college level at Division I, and also spent a couple years in junior college. So I know number one is academically. You can harp on it as much as you can, but academically and our counselors know it, our players know it. You got to have 16 core classes, your ACT. Our guys are very familiar with what it takes to go to the next level academically. We run a pro style offense. A college style offense, a college style defense. We call the guys they're going to be up to date and current with what we do. Offensively, from receivers to quarterbacks to our offensive line, the run game that we got, the way we set our protections. All those things are college based things. Same thing on defense, and so. The biggest thing is making sure that you understand, and what I've tried to tell our guys, your film is your resume.
Come on.
That's it. If you get an opportunity to go play, it's because you put it on film. It's not that you talked it. It's not that you ran around and told your buddies that this is going on or whatever. It's your film is your resume. And the more times you're out there and you're making plays and you're getting seen, word travels. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
And so you want to be seen. You make plays. You make it plain and simple. Make plays. And so, but there's a lot of college connections I got. There's a lot of among our staff. Starkville is a recruited area. You're not going to have a college coach come through this area and not stop at Starkville High School. So number one, you're going to get the traffic, the foot traffic that's going to come through regardless. And then at the end of the day, you got to make plays. You better have your grades, and at the same time, coaches. I used to say this when I was the receiver coach at Troy. We had about 12 receivers on scholarships, and you could afford 10 good ones, and then 2 knuckleheads, and that was about it.
Yeah.
If you already had a room of 2 knuckleheads, you wasn't going to take a chance on a third one. You know what I'm saying? You only had room for 2. And so you better make sure that your skill level better be really good if you're not doing things right. So you better do everything right. You better go to class. You better handle your business off the field. And then again, you got to put a good product on the field. So we're going to make sure that our guys are out there and seen and do our due diligence in making sure that the colleges know our players are out there.
You did. What's up, Glass? You got something?
Man, no, man. He talking.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. He talking, man. That's some good stuff, man. Seriously.
So before we get out of here, I'm gonna let Coach have the last word, but I want to hear from the players. So before we go, I want to know what's your expectations for this upcoming season. Y'all start with Friday, right? So what's your expectations for this upcoming season? What can we look for from you guys? And just any last words you want to say to our people watching. Y'all got the flow. Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
Undefeated season, going to the championship.
Okay.
Hey,
y'all
win
heard
the
it?
championship. Not just
Y'all heard it?
Win it.
Y'all heard it? That's the expectation? Okay. That's what's up, Braylon.
Win every week. Just week 1. Just win.
Let's get it.
Expect us to stop the run.
Expectations. Stopping the run. That's what's up.
Want to know every week.
1-0. I like that.
100%. Want to know every week, just every week. Making sure you win that one game every week, every snap, every down, just making sure you win those downs, those games, and just go from there. Yep, definitely.
For sure. So, all right. So, anybody to the folks that's watching, any more shout outs from y'all guys?
My mom.
What's up, Keisha?
Mama, I love you.
Local Freak gonna have something to say.
Oh, man. Your favorite sports mom. Yeah, she gonna be up here. Hey, y'all get with Capri to get y'all film, because she's gonna be up there with 3 iPads recording. My bad, Pre.
Oh, boy.
All right. Anybody else, man?
Nothing.
Cool.
See us at Mississippi State this year.
Championship is in town this year out at State.
Hold on, man. Hello, bro. I'm sorry to do this. Vino, you why? I missed this coming. Did you see what Vino said about me, man?
I did.
Why you didn't tell me, man? Okay, we ain't
did.
gonna make it about me. I'm sorry. Never
I
mind.
did. Talking about the weightlifter.
Yeah.
I did. I saw that.
All
All right, so before we get out of here, man, we've heard from the players. We heard the last word from the players. Coach, last words from you before we get off this podcast, man. What can we expect from the team, from Starkville football this year, and just any last words to the fans, the parents, and any players that may be watching?
Well, let me start with our fans. I was talking to Lisa about our season tickets, and they're through the roof so far, and we got a lot of new ticket holders coming back, and so again, I think you can expect a fast, physical, fun football team to watch. I think you got some guys that love to play the game. I think we're going to play it the right way on defense and on offense in the kicking game, and I think you'll see a good disciplined football team that's not going to have a lot of penalties. That's my goal as a head coach, is to try to find ways not to lose ball games. And us play good, smart football, good, sound football, play physical, play it the way it's supposed to be played, and I think we got a great venue. We got brand new turf on the field this year.
Yeah, we got new lights in there.
We got our new LED lights. We got a brand new video board the guys had made videos for, and so it's going to be a great atmosphere to come watch a ball game. And I urge our fans to get there early, be loud, support these guys again, because they put so much hard work into it, and we want to make sure that we continue the tradition that's going on before us. And I'm excited about being here and excited about this group of seniors. And we've the cheerleaders are out there working. I can hear the band. I mean, you can feel the excitement brewing each day as you hear the band in the background playing, and you see the cheerleaders out there practicing, and it's just the vibe is starting to get there, and it's almost football season. So if we can get the weather to cooperate a little bit and crack, and let's get a little fall going, we'll be in great shape. But again, it starts this Friday at the Jamboree against Choctaw at 5:30 at Louisville, and then we've got Oak Grove at home. And so from that point on, it's going to be every Friday night fun, non-district region, and then our region. And just to kind of emphasize what these guys are, I just want us to play the best we can every single week. And if we do that, we'll reach the goals that we want to. And I can't wait for Friday to see how our guys respond.
That's good stuff, man. Rico, I got word that the band learned boots on the ground.
No, boots on.
Boy, I'm showing out.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, sir. I'm showing out in the stands. I hope y'all find me up there.
If you see them,
I'll be somewhere up there by Caprice and her 3 iPad.
Hey, they need to learn Flight of the Bumblebee.
No, sir. No.
Yeah, Flight of the Bumblebee.
Well, look, Coach, we appreciate you. Players, we appreciate y'all coming in. It's been real. This has been a really good podcast. Thank y'all so much. Very memorable guys. So parents, hey, y'all should be proud of y'all guys.
Man.
Now.
Give them a round of applause.
Yeah,
man.
y'all should be proud of them guys now. So, hey, Rico, what else you got, man?
Man, look here, man. I'm just so proud to see these young men, man. Tyler do something too. Just can't remember, boy. I'm telling you.
This man right here.
What's up,
crazy.
Tyler? Hey, I just won't never forget that, man. Talk to him now.
Man, it's crazy.
Hey, but man, look, man, I'm proud of y'all guys, though, man. If y'all ain't heard me, like I said, I've been away from the scene about 2 years, but I'm proud of y'all guys, man. But for those of y'all that are watching here today, man, we appreciate y'all to tuning in to the Unbreakable Glass podcast here in Glass Studio, man. Shout out to the Yellow Jackets, man. Hey, up there upcoming season, y'all make sure y'all wish them great success, great health. And look, man, y'all support these young men and always possible, man. Coach, thank you again for coming by. With that being said, this has been another Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious podcast, and we look forward to seeing you all here. Same place, same time, Glass Studio, Unbreakable Glass podcast, and we out this thing.